In the generation we live in, it is not uncommon for a game to use sex or TNA to sell a game, and Dead or Alive is no exception to that rule. They have made their girl fighters dress a bit skimpy on the clothing, and they gave the girls, well, a bit of bounce, if you follow. But there is one thing that sets DOA apart from most games that use sex to sell those games. Dead or Alive is actually a fantastic fighter beneath all of the TNA. Dead or Alive Dimensions takes all the Dead or Alive tournaments from previous games and places them here into this one game. The story is now retold with more cutscenes and English actors, so for once you can understand the whole story behind Dootech and the clones. Beforehand in the older games it was a bit confusing and there were many plot holes, though most people don't play Dead or Alive for the story anyways. Dead or Alive is a series that has been around for quite a while now, and this is going to be the 15th game in the series. The game allows you to choose from 25 characters and fight against others in many different ways. First, there is the Chronicle mode, which is the retold story mode. Here the game will teach you how to fight as you progress, and it will pick the characters for you based on the convenience of the narrative. Then there is Arcade, where you fight against a clock. There's Survival, where you are pitted against a series of AI-controlled opponents with one life. Tag Challenge, Free Play, and Training. The game also offers local play and internet play. The online mode worked excellent, and I was up and playing within no time against someone else online. The game does also allow Street Pass, where it can develop an AI-controlled character based on how you play the game to play against other people you pass who have a 3DS. There is also a weird feature where you can collect figurines and move them around and take 3D pictures of them. This is a decent add-on feature, but at the same time, I know the only reason you will be using it. As you progress through the different modes, you will unlock characters, extra costumes for your players, stages, and mini figurines. Now I'm a big fan of Dead or Alive, and I am very pleased with this title. It almost feels like a tribute to the fans to help us get to replay through the whole series with a deeper story, and it being portable only makes it so much better. Now the controls worked very well and are very basic. The addition of the thumbstick on the 3DS really makes this fighter easy to play. There are also on-screen commands on the touchscreen that you can tap, or you can swap it over to your stats during the specific fight. The touchscreen would be a nice addition, but by the time you scroll down and find the attack you want, the AI is bound to have already knocked you out. I honestly found the touchscreen to be pointless, because it's much easier to just use the controls and master the combos than search for them while in battle. This by far is the best looking 3DS title I have played yet. For the most part, the cutscenes are fully animated and just look like they belong on a console, and this carries over even into the gameplay. Honestly, it looks as good as the original Xbox titles like Dead or Alive 2, if not better. The 3D effect is a nice effect, but when the 3D is off, the frame rates are much smoother, and honestly, it is such a beautiful game, you really don't need the 3D effect. But I will admit it is a lot of fun to play with the 3D on. It was never over the top, and it stayed very subtle, giving the stages depth and really making the characters feel lifelike within their own environments. The voice acting was good, and it's nice to have English voice actors because some of the games never got dubbed. I wouldn't say the actors were excellent, but the lead characters such as Kasume and Ryu, they really lead the way and they did an excellent job. I am very impressed with this title. So far, it is by far my favorite 3DS title. I have always been a fan of the Dead or Alive series, and I feel this one measures up to its home console versions. There is plenty to do within the game, with all the different modes, and playing through with different characters gives you more costumes, figurines, stages, and things of that nature. Also, right now, via Spot Pass, there is a new challenge to download every single day and free DLC that will last until the end of June. And then in July, I believe they will be starting this up again if you missed out. But anyways, Team Ninja did an excellent job, and if you want a good fighter that's on the go and that will keep you entertained, whether for the complex fighting or the bounce that the girls provide, I say pick up this title. It's bound to be a keeper in your 3DS collection, so go pick up a copy of Dead or Alive Dimensions.
Make sure to hit the subscribe button above this video on YouTube and stay up to date with Trevor Clark's latest videos.